Here's a clip from Tarabuster with Tara Devlin.
I was saying to myself, what the fuck am I bothering to do this? So we can build up a community so they can come in for no reason and pull the plug on us for doing what we're supposed to be doing as good citizens. But don't you see, that's the game. We're not good citizens. We're good citizens if we consume. Go out and buy something. We're not supposed to be pestering our betters. And let me tell you, this happened one time before. In 2012, I was reminded myself, I said self, this happened to us before. Self. I don't talk to myself like that. I'm not kidding. I'm only kidding. I mean, I don't speak to myself. I wish I did. I wish I could. I wish I had multiple personalities. Maybe one of them would be happy to be here in this effing country. But, so a few years ago, 2012, I was with Mike Malloy. We went down to Washington while the scumbags, the corporate lick-spittles and sycophants were debating Obamacare. And Mike Malloy was on a radio row hosted by Families USA, interviewing many different, people who had interests in healthcare, including representatives and senators and whoever the hell else was wandering down the street. I was there to help Mike do the show, help him wrangle guests, help get the guests ready for meeting Mike, blah, 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 keep the show flowing. One of the guests was Dennis Kucinich. And I filmed the interviews. That's the other thing. And I put the interviews on YouTube. And Dennis Kucinich and Mike had a nice conversation on healthcare. And so life goes on. These YouTube videos are up there. One day I get an email from YouTube saying that my videos have been removed. All the Mike Malloy videos that we put up there of Mike interviewing different people involved in healthcare, including Dennis Kucinich. And they were removed for violating community standards. What community standards? So I reached out to them, and initially it said you can appeal this decision. So I appealed. And a couple of days later, I got a response from them. Upon manual review, the videos have remained disabled. I'm trying to remember. I kept it. I kept all the correspondence. Let's see. The videos you posted were in violation of YouTube's terms of use as reported by users and verified by the YouTube team. So they looked at a video. Let me play you. Here's the video. Let's see. Here we go. Where are you guys? I'll show you my screen. That's what I'm looking at right now. This is the video with Mike Malloy and Dennis Kucinich.
Right now,
I'll just forward.
System, and because of my position, I became centrally involved in the debate towards the end of Affordable Care as to whether or not we could even have a public option. I pushed through a committee vote, the ability of states to be able to set up a single-payer plan. And that still stands. The amendment I got through committee as
this
a
is
sign
the
of the
video
viability of single payer down the road. But this bill right now, which is being
that YouTube reviewed
at the Supreme Court
and found in violation of their community standards.
Insurance companies. We'll determine whether or not insurance companies will have carte blanche to keep jacking up the rates and sending people into bankruptcy. So it is important that we uphold this bill, and if it's not upheld, then we have to start.
Can you see why it's in violation of community standards?
Given the so many things in this country right now politically that really suck. First of all, the hard right that has so much influence on what happens, whether it's media or in the Congress and the Supreme Court. What is your best guess as to what's going to happen? I realize this is tea leaf reading, but your best guess as to what's going to happen.
Yes, too benign,
right,
Haiku?
The political nature of this court.
Unbelievable.
And it is political.
Anyway.
Well,
so, hold on. Let me shut this off. Yeah, so that's what YouTube said. Upon manual review, we have maintained and upheld our original decision that these videos are in violation of community standards. I could not believe it at the time. I was like, what? How is that a violation of community standards? So because Dennis Kucinich was in this video, I reached out to Kucinich's office to let them know that these videos were being removed from YouTube because they're in violation of community standards. So to make a long story short, I then received an email from YouTube saying that, whoopsie, upon further review, the videos have been restored. So according to them, they watched those YouTube videos and took them down because they were in violation of community standards after reviewing them with their own beautiful eyes. And they saw that they were very offensive to their sensible YouTube selves for whatever reason. And I don't know what changed their mind other than they were contacted by somebody who has some actual power and not somebody like me or you. And this is what we're up against. So let me ask you guys what you think. Do you think it's a violation of the community for members of that community to gather and watch a democratic goddamn debate? I don't know. I suppose it is if you're a behemoth. And the last thing you want is for we, the sheeple, to get a little uppity and think that we have something to say about who gets to represent us. That we want a government that works for more than just the billionaires and trillionaires who play with us like my cats play with their balls of yarn. I'm so pissed off right now. I didn't really want to do a show, like I said. I felt like, you know what? I'll just be like the rest of everyone, and I won't give a shit. Tune it out. Who cares? You know what? Life is too short to deal with this shit. And the fact remains that I'm putting my cards on the table here, trying to do this show, trying to do something to build a community, to make something that that can contend with the corporate media, but we're doing it together. We're doing it one step at a time. And there's a long way to go. We don't have billionaire benefactors. And I'm frankly effing tired of being squashed by corporations and having absolutely no say, because what's so frustrating is dealing with these social media behemoths who are running rampant over everyone, who they can come in and just pull the plug on your endeavors for doing what? What? Because we have held Democratic debate watch parties for every other goddamn debate. So why would this one be any different? Why would this one be a violation of community standards? And why is it that they think the community standards is that a private effing corporation should own our democratic discourse? How is that okay?
Tarabuster is recorded live every Saturday evening from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern at the RDTdaily Facebook and YouTube channels, and rebroadcast on Sunday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern on Progressive Voices, or anytime on demand on the Progressive Voices app.